My name is Mae Trumata. I write for The Upcoming. It's a pleasure to speak to you today. I just want to start this interview off asking, can you introduce us to the film and your character and anything you want to tell people about it so they go and see it?
Of course. Well, I play Thomas Newman in Dongji Rescue, Dongji Dao in China. And it's a fantastic movie. I mean, the themes I'd really say is love, courage, and bravery. Without giving spoilers away, it's based on a true story, obviously, about the Lisbon Maru, which was downed by a US submarine by accident. And there was thousands of prisoners of war on this ship leaving Hong Kong on the way to Japan. And it sunk. And it's about the bravery of the Chinese people who went out of their way and rescued these foreigners that they had never seen before. They had never even seen, for a lot of the time, a Western man. And so it's just about the courage they had to do and the selflessness, in a way, of putting themselves in harm's way to save another life.
As you say, it's a true story. It's based on a really huge historical context. Did you know about it before coming into this project? And did you have to do any research? How extensive was it to get into the character, into the story?
I'll be honest, coming into it, I had never heard about it before. It was something completely new to me. I found out once I read the script that it was obviously a real story, and it shocked me that it had happened and I hadn't heard about it. And so that really intrigued me and drew me into the character, Thomas Newman. And obviously a prisoner of war, it's tough to practice and rehearse for that. But as I was saying, with my athletic background, I think I tried to put as much as I could into it. I think that reflects on the big screen, hopefully.
And you're working with like 3 different languages. You're working with Japanese, Chinese, English, all of that. Were there any difficulties during filming that you faced yourself? And was there any parts that highlighted to you the importance or how, cultural barriers can sometimes, be overcome by the human connection?
Well, the entire time, I think cultural barriers were being broken down, really. And I think that's just thanks to the performing arts, really. As I was saying, there was a lot of movement involved, a lot of smiles, which is universal, and a lot of just gestures that in your own language you wouldn't usually do, but you over-exaggerate it, just like in theatre, I suppose, to get across a certain point. So a lot of it really wasn't through language, but was through movement. And I think we all appreciated that, and we could all understand each other. So it was great.
And I like your point about performing arts, connecting people as well. How important is it for you that this film, mostly made up of Chinese cast, but is premiering here in London and being able to have Western audience see the story? How important is that for you?
Listen, I think this film is just as important to China as it is England, really, in the context of, there were English, Canadian, American, Australian soldiers on that ship as well. And so I think although it's a hero story for China, it's also something that we should appreciate in England because it was our ancestors on those ships. And so I think it's crucial that we watch it and make sure that we don't repeat the history.
Thank you so much. Those were all my questions. Thank you. Lovely to meet you.